Hello everyone, how are you guys? Welcome to another live stream here on behalf of myself and moderator Cameron. So let's go ahead and see what the messages are for the collective general love forecast first, and then we'll go ahead and get into those of you who will be submitting or have already submitted a personal mini reading request. Let's get started. All right, guys, how are you? Thank you for spending part of your day with us. So last live stream, I focused heavily on the divine masculine energy. For this particular one, I want to be able to split it down the middle. So we're going to focus first on the divine feminine, followed by the energy check-in for the masculine. So whichever one you're most interested in, we'll go ahead and see what that's like here today. And hopefully there's something I can tap into when it comes to your situation, the person that you are thinking about. Okay, so it's just energy. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the divine feminine represents a woman. Okay, so we're focusing on the energy. And then after the general love forecast, as always, we'll head into the personal mini reading requests. Okay, so if this is the first time that you're tuning in, I do them after the general portion is over, and then whoever needs guidance on any particular issue, it does not necessarily have to only be about your love life, it could be about anything. Okay, so let's begin starting with the divine feminine here. What do we need to know? And if we happen to reach 25 viewers towards the end of this particular live stream, I will go ahead and do a reading giveaway, a mini reading giveaway. That is if we reach that actual threshold. So we'll see. All right, divine feminine, here we go. What's that energy like? So again, it's energy, not necessarily female for the feminine. And we've got a few cards coming through. We have giving, trustworthy, naughty, provocative. Okay. So whoever represents the feminine here could certainly be the type of person that's very generous, the type of person who doesn't really want to rock the boat. You know, you don't want to be able to create any drama with your masculine. You're somebody that they ultimately know they can trust, but there's also this naughty side to you. So you could be very attractive. Maybe you don't have any issues attracting a romantic partner, and maybe this person, the masculine, knows this. Okay, so let's clarify that and let's take a look and see what's the energy when it comes to the feminine at this time. All right, let's grab some tarot. Hold on one second. What's that?
Like there's 25 viewers, right?
Oh, okay, I got you. Pamela, it's if we reach 25 viewers at the end of the general love forecast, or once we're done with the personal mini readings, if we have 25 people tuned in at that time, then we'll go ahead and do a giveaway. So that's something that we will start doing for every live stream. So today's actually the first time. So I announced it on my IG page. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. So yeah, a chance to win a mini reading if we get enough folks tuning in. All right, Divine Feminine, here we go. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Look at this. All right, so we've got the Six of Pentacles, giving. Six of Pentacles is basically representing that, giving and receiving. But it has a lot to do with a partner that's giving just as much as they take from you. Okay? So let's see. Are you dealing with somebody who wasn't treating you right, or maybe they just were not putting in the effort in the partnership as much as you were? Okay, this is definitely somebody that you love, though. We're seeing the Two of Cups coming through here. Somebody that you feel very connected in the heart space when it comes to this person. Soulmate. Okay, the next card is the Lover's card. Some of you guys could be Gemini. You could be thinking of a Gemini masculine, perhaps. All right, so this is definitely somebody that has captured your heart, and they're attracted to you for sure. There's chemistry here. But when it comes to the Lover's card, it comes down to choices and decisions that either represent you, Divine Feminine, or the masculine, because this can sometimes represent outside influences like a third party. All right, so that could be where the naughty part is coming in. If somebody got involved in a third party situation and that created some drama here. Since we are focused on the feminine energy, perhaps the Divine Feminine, you might have gotten yourself mixed up in a third party. Or you were part of a situation where that could have happened. So we've got the moon. Some of you guys could be dealing with Pisces. You could be the Pisces. So the moon can represent this illusion. The moon can sometimes represent the darker aspects of a situation, but there's also light at the end of the tunnel. So it depends on how it came through for you. But this can sometimes represent an affair. It can represent things that are hidden. It can represent lies. So if there was infidelity in a partnership, for example, then this could be indicating that even though you guys have love for one another, even though you feel so drawn in the heart and through your soulmate connection, there are things coming through here that indicate that something happened that might have resulted in a challenge or some drama that might have ensued when it came to this person. Let's see what else here. We do have the Four of Swords. Okay, that's followed by the Judgment here. So what does that mean? So basically, you guys spent time apart more than likely. You guys could have broken up because of something challenging that happened, whether it was a trust issue or they did something that disappointed you or hurt you. More than likely, it's coming through that it could have been a third party or that you couldn't trust them. Maybe they lied to you about something. This right here, it's telling us that there was this time where you needed to spend time apart in order to heal that situation. And more than likely, you might have a masculine who wants to resurface in your life. This is somebody who has gone through that awakening with the Judgment card and really wanting to revive the partnership. But first, you know, it's one of those things where you have to have that conversation that might be a little bit difficult, you know, because there are some painful moments to a breakup or a separation, you know, especially if they feel that they are at fault here. So I have a feeling the way it's coming through for my feminines here, you gave your all into this partnership, but something happened where you might have been dealing with a partner who just was not putting in the same amount of effort, you know? We've got the Magician. Okay, so this is a beautiful card of manifestation. And I really do feel that this person, they're definitely connected to you in the heart space. So it could be that they now recognize some of their mistakes, what happened, why things played out the way that it did. and they're ultimately really wanting to manifest you back in their life. So this could be a masculine that's really speaking to you, Divine Feminine, through this reading. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the World. So I feel certain cycles that involved you, Divine Feminine, that could have been challenging when it came to your partner. I feel there's this message coming through from a masculine that they're just really wanting to focus on what the future could be like rather than what the past might have represented, especially if, you know, they ended up hurting you or you guys went your separate ways. So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue here. I'll be pulling from my Dark Mysteries Oracle 2. This is the Divine Feminine deck. So what are some words here that we can add on behalf of the feminine? What do you need to say? What are the words from the Divine Feminine here? Okay, we've got 2 coming through. This one says, "It hurts to think you've forgotten all about me." Okay, and especially if they didn't make you a priority, if you felt that you were second in their life, you know, and if there were other people in the mix, that could have certainly been very challenging. So of course that hurt you. You're not sure if your masculine is even thinking about you at this point, but it is clarified through the tarot that they are. This one says, "It was never just sex for me. I fell deeply crazy in love with you." So, you know, it wasn't just a physical connection for you, Divine Feminine. You were definitely feeling this in your heart space, that you had a lot of love for your masculine. Bottom of the deck, we've got, "I will never forget what it feels like to be in your arms." So there's something pretty significant when it comes to the intimacy, being in your masculine's arms, the love that you guys shared. And we do have the Two of Cups coming through here, you know, so that's still coming through pretty strongly here. And I was just guided to pull from this deck as well. It's the Unsent Text from the Divine Feminine. So this one's by Extrasensory Empress. So for those of you who might have texted a lot when you guys were together, that could have been the main way of how you guys were interacting with each other. Could have been social media as well. All right, so let's see. What extra layer can we pick up on behalf of the feminine here? All right, what do we have? "Oh, you love your freedom. Well, I guess I am free to do the same." Absolutely. Because if somebody's not wanting to get tied down, that of course gives you the freedom to move about your life however way you saw fit. So that could have ultimately resulted in the relationship going south, you know? Bottom of the deck, we have the show must go on. So basically on behalf of the feminine, this is you not putting your life on hold. You know, this is you moving forward with your life. And if a masculine just isn't ready to step up, you just found the strength within you to move forward. But I still feel that, my feminines, you still have love in your heart for your masculine. You're just not willing to sacrifice your own self-worth for the relationship if they just were not giving you what you needed. Oh yeah, look. Judgment again. So there's a reason why that's coming through twice. Because I feel we have a masculine here who really has gone through that awakening journey for themselves, and they see things in a very different way. Perhaps this is a masculine who wants to come in to be able to fix the connection, or maybe to just apologize. Apologize for their actions, apologize for hurting you. And look at this, we have the Three of Wands coming through again. So it's coming through twice here. So there is the potential for progress to be made, for you guys to at least have the opportunity to start the conversation. I feel the Judgment card is coming through twice because this conversation needs to happen, and it is the masculine that needs to be able to take the necessary steps to start that conversation. Let's see what else. We're having duplicate messages. Look at that. We've got the Lover's card coming through again. So if they made poor choices before, I feel this is a masculine coming through here, Divine Feminine, to let you know that they recognize that and they want to be able to make different choices this time. And that could be an indication that they choose you. Okay? We do have the Nine of Pentacles. It does indicate financial independence, and maybe, you know, during this time apart, maybe you've worked really hard on yourself, your finances, your work environment, Divine Feminine, but maybe your masculine has done that as well. This is more of an independent solo energy here. So if there was a third party, if that's something that was a part of your story, this could be an indication that they're single at this point in time and they're just focused on you. And then we've got the star coming through. Some of you guys could be representing Aquarius. It certainly can represent a fulfilled wish. So it depends, Divine Feminine, what is your wish at this point in time? Is it to move on with your life and to just open yourself up to new love coming in? Or is there a part of you that is wishing for the opportunity to have your masculine back in your life? I feel when it comes to this situation, you hold the cards there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the masculine. What does that look like when it comes to the masculine energy here? Let's see if it matches up or if it's just a completely different vibe that comes through. Okay, so let's grab some insight there. Give me 1 second here and we'll take a look at that. All right, here we go. So Divine Masculine, what does that energy look like? So I'll be pulling from my exposed deck, which is the complementary deck to the Divine Feminine version. All right, what do we need to know here? Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, we're now taking a look at the Divine Masculine energy. And again, it's just energy. Divine Masculine energy does not necessarily represent a male or a man. It can represent a woman as well. It's just the energy. All right, here we go. Divine Masculine energy, what is that looking like? We have obsessed, okay, so we might have a masculine who's keeping tabs on you, Divine Feminine, especially for those of you guys who are at a distance from one another right now. What else? Honest, okay, I have a feeling part of the issue could have been that they weren't being honest and ultimately knowing that this is what they need to bring towards you, Divine Feminine. What else? Focusing on the masculine here. Okay. Empathic. Okay. Let's grab another. Okay. They're coming through as a coward here. So I feel this is a masculine who's currently not with you, Divine Feminine. This reminds me of somebody who might be keeping tabs maybe on social media, or I don't know, it could be on Facebook, it could be on Instagram. However way this is happening, you know, especially if maybe you haven't blocked them and they're still able to see your social platform here. They might want to reach out, but maybe right now they're just feeling more comfortable keeping you at a distance. And, you know, if they're coming through with that coward energy, they're not exactly confident that you'd be open to talking to them right now, perhaps. Let's grab one more. But look at this, okay. They feel that soulmate connection as well. All right, so from the feminine, we saw the Two of Cups coming through representing that type of vibe. So let's go ahead and clarify with tarot. See what we can learn here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, representing the masculine right now. All right, what do we need to know here? Nine of Wands. Look at that. Just when I was talking about finding the courage, because they are coming through as a coward. So they've been tested by whatever happened between the two of you, but I'm kind of feeling they might have created some of the drama. Okay, could have been a third party. It doesn't always have to be that, but I feel for some of you guys it could have been. Okay, so, you know, it's one of those things where they might have hurt you, but as a result of hurting you, they ended up hurting themselves even more. Ace of Cups. So what I feel for the masculine is that they could have experienced what it was like to have this cup come through as an empty cup because of certain behaviors and things that they have done. And so part of this honest card coming through for me is they needed to be fully honest with themselves, especially if they weren't capable of being honest to you, Divine Feminine. Because if, let's just say they were cheating or they were sneaking around and not being open and honest with you, so that actually affected them. Maybe they didn't realize just how much until after you guys might have gone your separate ways. But I feel this is a masculine who still feels very connected to you, and it's coming through perhaps as a big lesson that they have learned. So maybe they recognize how difficult they created a situation to be, and it didn't need to go there. And maybe now we have a masculine who understands how painful a journey you might have experienced, Divine Feminine, you know? So we have a masculine coming through with a much better energy. They're coming through as the King of Cups. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Cups. So I'm glad to see that. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is what I'm getting on behalf of the masculine. I feel that they do want to reach out. It might take some time, but this is definitely something that they're focused on and thinking about. The King of Cups, loving, affectionate. Okay, their heart is definitely open to the possibility of a relationship. If there was infidelity before, I feel there was just so much going on in their life, and they certainly weren't focused specifically on the relationship only, you know, but during this time apart, they've had a lot of time to really learn the lesson behind this. And we're seeing something tied into finances that are improving, maybe for both of you. You know, maybe in your individual work environments, your jobs, whatever that career might represent, things could be looking up for both of you guys. But in a love reading, the Ten of Pentacles could also represent two people who might represent a power couple, who might represent two people who are very stable, certainly financially, but it's representing the security in a romantic partnership. It could represent two people who might be a perfect match for one another. And maybe they needed to realize that only after you were gone. So we do have the romance coming in from the masculine here. They're willing to put in the work, but, you know, they've got more lessons to learn, I feel. And I love how we've got the Three of Wands, because that came through on behalf of the feminines as well. So I feel you guys are on the same page when it comes to that part of how you guys are feeling, just really wanting to concentrate more so on what the future could represent for the two of you. And the past could have represented some nice memories, but also tied into some painful experiences, I feel. So we do have the Ace of Wands, and I feel on behalf of the masculine, they still feel this intense spark when they think about you, recognizing some of the mistakes that they've made. You know, that could be why they are in this coward mode. It's like, what have I done? Why did I do that? You know, so they've got some regrets here, and maybe they just need time to really come forward and to just fess up to it and face the music, so to speak, you know, because right now, look at that. We've got the Five of Pentacles. It makes sense to me that they are feeling quite insecure at this point in time. Okay, they want to come forward, but they're still feeling insecure. So this requires a little bit more time for your masculine to come through. And by hurting you, they hurt themselves. So this can represent a third party sometimes. So if that's what you guys went through, they recognize it, they know it, and it's one of those things where they're kind of beating themselves up over it, you know, because now they're learning such a huge lesson behind it. And Divine Feminine, here you are. You're coming in as this beautiful, amazing Empress who is actually in a position to be able to create the life that you want with or without your masculine. And that's a lesson in and of itself. You know, that life doesn't stop. It's like life moves on. And I feel based off of what we saw for the feminines, that's something that you might have done. You had to empower yourself regardless of what was going on here. For those of you who went into separation and experienced third parties, or just some sort of drama, an obstacle in your partnership that you guys could not work out at that time. And so the way it's coming through here, we've got a masculine. Look at that energy. You know, it's like, oh my God, what the hell did I do? So there's a lot of regrets there on their behalf. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Cups, more regrets. You see the energy? So they could have felt, you know, certainly depressed or anxious over what happened between the two of you. But this right here certainly picks up off of the disconnectedness that you guys might have felt when you guys went your separate ways. And I mean, so many regrets. I can't even emphasize how many regrets, but there's a lot when it comes to the divine masculine here. And this could also represent for those of you who might not have seen each other for a long time. Maybe there has been no contact for a very long time, but you guys are still somehow, perhaps, still connecting in the 5D. Not so much in the 3D, but I feel that's enough for them to continue to pick up off of your vibe. And so they're feeling part of this apprehension because they're not sure you would accept them back in, divine feminine. You know, this is a masculine who's perhaps thinking, okay, I could reach out, but are they just going to reject me? Are they just going to continue to push me away? So they're not quite sure how it would ultimately go. So they're kind of standing in their own way, preventing themselves from taking any sort of action to come towards you. And I was just guided to this next card. Look at that. Look at the energy. Look at the image. It's like, please don't go. You know, ultimately knowing that they are the reason why things fell apart. It was not a pleasant experience whatsoever. A tremendous loss that I feel has continued to hurt them even more the more time unfolds, the more time passes, because it gives them time to really think about what they did, what they said, especially if it was a third party. But no matter how you slice it, this is painful. It's heartbreak. You know, your heart was shattered into a million pieces. But by doing that, they actually created a ricochet effect, and it hurt them perhaps even more, especially once they realized that how much they love you, how much they care for you, feeling the connection in the soul and the heart. So that's what I'm getting there. So that's before we even grab any words on behalf of this masculine. So let's do the same like we did for the feminine. So pulling from the Dark Mysteries Oracle, this is the divine masculine version. Okay. So what does this masculine have to say? Or it could even be picking up off of why they're coming through as a coward. All right, what do we need to know? In my heart, I'm married to you. I don't know if you guys discussed marriage, but they're now feeling that. You know, maybe you guys discussed what it would be like to commit long term. Wow. Why am I fighting what my heart is telling me? I know that you are my person. They know it, but maybe they needed to realize that only after they lost you. This makes such sense. Will you take me back? Okay, they're not sure. They're feeling super insecure. That's probably why you're not hearing from your masculine right now. These cards, I'm telling you, I made a mistake, a big one. So there we go with the regrets. They know it. They know it big time. All right, let's grab from the other deck, unsent text from the divine masculine. And this could actually be what they're doing. You know, maybe they pick up their phone wanting to reach out, wanting to text you. They might go as far as actually putting a text together, but not sending it. All right. What do we need to hear from the masculine here? Let's grab some words, some additional words. Oh boy. Okay. Look at this card, guys. Will you ever forgive me? I was so fucking egocentric. Maybe that was the case. So the question is, divine feminine, will you forgive your masculine? Wow, guys. All right. Wow. Next card. I messed up beyond repair before we even started. I don't know what I was thinking. I am an idiot. Yep. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, so they do recognize that they screwed up. They absolutely know this. Let me grab one more. Is God playing a joke on me? I just wanted to get it out of my system, but I am sobbing over you at night. That could be a reality. You know, maybe they can't sleep at night. Maybe they're dealing with insomnia, all these thoughts going through their head because of how they treated you, maybe the last conversation you guys had. So that's pretty much how they're feeling. It's almost like they can't believe where they're at in their life and their thoughts right now when it comes to the two of you. So let me grab a time frame here, guys. whether you are focused more so on the feminine energy or the masculine. So when can communication actually come in? When can that happen? All right, angels and spirit guides, please. And when it comes to time frames, it's very important to note that, of course, there's no way for a reader to 100% predict when something is going to happen, you know, but this gives you an indication of the possibilities. So if it doesn't happen exactly when it says, you know, just try to be a little bit more free with time frames and just allow the universe to give you a sign or to be able to deliver the situation to you in a way that it's best for you. Ooh, we've got the holiday season. Okay, that's not too far away. So for some of you guys, you might hear from your masculine, or it could give you guys the opportunity to maybe reconnect. Not necessarily a reconciliation, but at least to have that conversation that needs to happen. Okay, so that's a possibility for some of you. Ooh, it might even happen before the holidays. We've got autumn season coming through here. That's around the corner. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's grab one more. One more time frame, please, for the collective. Give me one more. So autumn season, holidays, a matter of days, okay? So it depends, guys, on how this plays out in your life. Something is close to happening. Maybe you don't see it right now. It's beneath the surface, but when you're meant to experience it, you might just be surprised. It could be closer than you think. I mean, all of this, really, it's not that far from now. You know, we only have, what, a few months before the holidays are here. I mean, we were at Costco the other day, and what was it? Like Halloween decorations, Christmas trees were up. We're like, is it really that time already? But yeah, it'll be here before we know it. So that's the time frame that's coming through. All right, so hopefully there was something in those messages for the general love portion today that spoke to you, that helped you out, that was able to give you some guidance when it came to your feminine or the masculine, whatever message you were able to pick up off of the most. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the personal mini readings. So if that's something that you're interested in, now is the time to go ahead and request that. All right, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask it in the comments. And my daughter Cameron is here. She's in charge of the comments. She's our moderator. So she'll be more than happy to help you out. If you have any questions about how to book your reading, all of the payment options, in addition to Super Chat, it's down below. And it is $22.22 for a reading here today, guys. All right, so Pamela, I know you've already submitted yours. So you are first in line. And anybody else that is wanting one today, I'd love to be able to offer you guidance if that's something that you need. All right, we like to do these live streams every week if possible. I always try to announce them ahead of time. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, it's The Celestial Forecast by Carrie. So we do a lot of announcements on there. And I try to do the same announcements in the community tab here on YouTube. So, you know, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'd love for you to be a part of our platform here. All right, so Pamela, let's start with your request here. Okay, give me 1 second. Where is my deck? All right, here we go. So let me look at your situation, okay, and see what it is that you need. Okay. I resigned because my manager and supervisors are ill-treating me and my work bestie. Oh, wow. Paying less salary. I don't deserve this treatment. I protested many times. I want to know where spirits are leading me so that I can end up in a better place with a better job. See, I'm a workaholic, but my talents should get rewarded. Absolutely. Oh, you're a hotelier. Okay. I want to know what universe has to say. I actually worked in hotels for, gosh, I think maybe about 5 years. So it can certainly be a very challenging industry because, you know, it's very customer service based. And it can be a difficult industry to get into. So I totally understand. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can find out for you here. So you are Sagittarius. All right, let's grab some messages tied into your abundance here and see what it is that is coming through for you. All right, let's start with that. And then we'll, of course, clarify with some tarot messages. Yes, I totally understand. The hotel business is not easy. Hospitality. Front of the house, back of the house. I was back of the house, but I had a lot of friends in the front of the house, and it's hard. You know, you're kind of dealing with some irate people sometimes, which is understandable, especially if people have had a long trip and they just want to get in their room. They just want to be comfortable. You know, so of course it's important to have the front of the house staff be very welcoming, but it could be a challenging job, that's for sure. So let's take a look at the abundance factor for you, okay? All right, what's the first one? Take a divinely guided chance. Okay, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. You're ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories as you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you. You make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So this could actually be telling you here that it's time for a change. Oh, wow. All right, let's see what else. It is time for a change. What else do we need to know, please, for Pamela Sagittarius to be able to create this change, to be able to bring about abundance in her life? I love this. Look at that. First of all, windfall of abundance. Okay. And the image, it's holiday season. So some of these changes, Pamela, might actually come in sooner than you think. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. So you're not seeing it, but it's on its way to you in some way, shape, or form. Be open to receiving it and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, your health, and charitable work. I actually love how that's coming through there. All right, let's grab one more and then we'll clarify with some tarot here. All right, wow. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. I like that. Okay, so all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So I feel this has a huge message coming through for you when it comes to abundance, especially, and your mindset. You know, I know that it could be very challenging dealing with, you know, employers and, you know, the boss, whoever's in charge, your managers, as you mentioned. It is not easy. And frankly, I totally understand why that feels so challenging, which is why I ended up going into business for myself, you know, and some people are just like that, you know, really needing to just go your own way and do your own thing to be able to bring about this abundance for you. I feel what we're seeing so far is you're being guided to go in a different direction. So I feel you did the right thing by resigning because there's something better, something greater that's meant to come into your life. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. Shay, no, it's not too late. Absolutely not. If you're interested in a reading, feel free to go ahead and submit that. It's totally fine. All right, Pamela Sagittarius. What do we need to know? Ooh, first of all, you represent a fire sign, right? Queen of Wands represents fire. So I love that this card is coming through to represent you right now because this is what's going to create confidence within you. And it literally says a confident, courageous woman, creative, social butterfly. So, you know, since you've resigned, I feel in a way you're like a free agent. It's time for you to really explore other avenues, other opportunities that might come your way. And I feel your instincts, your gut instincts will serve you well to direct you where you're meant to go. You know, and sometimes it could be a little bit scary to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable. right? To be able to find an ideal situation for yourself. But that's where you got to follow your heart. If it feels right, and if you're really confident, you can get it, you know? And sometimes in order to get it, sometimes you got to do some hard stuff. And I feel you've already done that. It's hard to resign from a job, especially when, you know, you don't have anything lined up yet, but you know that that's not where you belong. You know that you deserve better. So first and foremost, congratulations, because that was a huge step to take. That took some guts, and that's why you're coming in as that queen. Look at the next card. I feel this is the shakeup that you really needed to implement in your life. So in a way, you kind of brought the tower down on your previous job. That needed to happen, you know, divine intervention. You could have had some sort of push from the universe to do that. You know, that is an upheaval. It is a sudden change. It can be chaotic, but it's a good change. It's a good shakeup. I feel that needed to happen. You know, that's what's going to be able to give you the clarity that you need to take you down a path that'll fulfill you, that'll make you happy, that will direct you onto a work environment where you are 100% committed, you know, and appreciated. Look at the next card. Here you are, Temperance, Sagittarius. There you are. Okay, so what this is telling you, Pamela, is you've got so many amazing things coming in for you. It could happen during Sagittarius season. So November, December, which is not that far from now. So you're just being directed to hang tight, you know, don't do anything hasty, and just have some patience, because I feel that you'll receive those signs that are necessary for you to be able to move forward. That's what's going to bring you peace. That's what's going to bring you balance in your life. Absolutely. Okay, what else? Makes sense to me. You know, the conflict that you were dealing with. So you got yourself away from that. I'm glad, because you deserve better. And these two cards together, along with the Tower, this was a foundation that needed to fall apart in order to start again. So I feel you did the right thing. You've got the Three of Wands, progress. I love it. Foresight, growth, looking ahead. There's no looking back, you know? You did the first step. You took the first step that was necessary in order to create a new chapter for yourself. And the universe picks up off of that vibe from you. So there will be progress coming in here. Love it. Two of Wands. Yep, you had to make that life-altering decision for yourself. It's about discovering new goals, and both of these cards represent progress for you. So I love that that's presenting itself here. One path represents the past. The other path represents this amazing future that you can build for yourself. When it comes to your finances, you really are coming in as the Queen. Queen of Pentacles. Financially stable. Amazing. You're giving back to yourself. That's awesome. Yep. Ace of Cups. You know, this is you taking the necessary steps to be able to fill your own cup once again. You know, to be able to love yourself, you needed to make that hard decision perhaps to resign, or perhaps it was an easy decision. So this is you being able to give back to you, to be able to fill that cup for yourself. I love that. You also have the Star. All right, so this is guiding you onto a very different path in order to manifest this wish where you are appreciated. You're able to start a career that's not as challenging. You know, certainly that could apply to your best friend as well. You know, especially if you guys are seeking employment elsewhere and just really wanting to be directed onto a better direction, you know. So there's hope here for you to be able to manifest something pretty amazing. And then you've got the Six of Wands. Victory, success, recognition, celebration, confidence. So there's that reference to confidence once again. So this is the need for you to just believe that what the future has in store for you is pretty darn amazing. It really will be. Yep, it was not easy, but I had to take a stand. Yeah, absolutely. And I know what that's like. I've had to do that myself. So I certainly relate to that Totally, 100%. But you will be victorious. You will be successful based off of what I'm seeing here. And then we've got the Four of Wands. I love this. It creates harmony in your life. It brings about a stronger foundation, you know, harmony in all aspects of your life. So that to me looks really good, the way it's presenting itself in that way. Ace of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense as well, being able to break free from a situation that just was not serving you. This is clarity on your behalf. You needed to do what you needed to do in order to create movement in your life. You know, cutting out an old situation, cutting out an old job in order to find better. Okay, bottom of the deck, we've got Strength. So it certainly could have been a scary decision to do that, but you found the courage to be able to take action and put yourself first and foremost a priority in your life. So I really like how that presented itself. Let's see from a different deck what else needs to come through here for you. But so far, you did the right thing, and there's a lot of good energies surrounding you here. All right, look at this card. Manager position. I don't know if that's something that you would go after, if something that interests you, and just the fact that you were dealing with a manager and supervisors, as you mentioned, who just didn't treat you right. So maybe, you know, the tables will turn, and it's putting you in a position where you can actually learn that lesson from that previous job to be able to treat other people the way that you should have been treated. Let's see what else. I love that. Look. Hired. All right, so as far as a new chapter, to be able to attract that, you're not going to have any issues, I don't feel. It comes down to you making a solid decision for yourself and to be able to trust your gut, as I mentioned. Okay. Oh yeah, look, believe in yourself more. Absolutely. And I feel, you know, starting with the Queen of Wands, building your confidence. Once you walk in that door with that amount of confidence, you'll see so many incredible changes that are coming in for you. So that's great. You're going for a position. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify that and see what else we can find out for you. All right, here we go. I will treat my subordinates. Absolutely. I'm sure you would, because you know what it's like to not have that. Of course. They'll be very lucky to have you. Okay, so you've got the Seven of Cups. You will be presented with many opportunities. So you have to be able to decipher which one that is presented to you will be the ultimate choice. So that's actually putting a lot on your shoulders to be able to decide for yourself. I feel you'll do the right thing. You've got the World card here. So yeah, one particular cycle has phased out or is about to close, and that's giving you a new chapter, a new cycle to begin when it comes to your abundance, when it comes to your finances, to be able to bring about prosperity. Death card makes sense as well. Endings and beginnings. Something needed to fall away. Something needed to close out in order for you to be able to attract better. And look at the next card. Ace of Wands. I love it. So there's so much potential coming in here for you. It's unbelievable. I feel when you know in your heart of hearts you're in the right situation, you'll know it. You'll be able to pick up off of it without a doubt. Look at that, the Fool. You know, it's really allowing you to start over. You know? Yes, death to your old job, exactly. Absolutely. And it's now giving you the opportunity to create change in your life for the better. We've got new beginnings coming through here. The future looks pretty darn amazing. We already know you've been through that tower moment. Okay? The destruction of one situation is going to be able to bring forward a much better opportunity. So I love that. And like I've said, High Priestess, so trust your gut, trust your heart, your intuition will serve you well. And look, you've got the Sun. Okay, so this is where you're being directed. A happy outcome that might have started off as a very challenging situation, but I mean, look at where you're being directed, you know, someplace where you're going to be quite happy and content and fulfilled. And look at this, Three of Pentacles. So people that will work with you, alongside you, that are a part of your team. I mean, this is a very compatible work environment. So I like that. That looks fantastic, the way it's presenting itself there. You know, so I hope that answers your question. I feel as far as being able to attract a new position and something that really fits you well, you're not going to have any issues as far as you are able to trust your heart, your gut, your intuition when it comes to the opportunities that come your way. And yes, you deserve that sunny day and you'll have it. Okay, you will absolutely have it. You can always go back to this reading if you need to empower yourself to remember, you know, the messages that came through for you. And I really feel that you're on the right path. Okay, Pamela, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. That was a great reading that came through for you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Cameron Carr, do we have another? Okay, Shay. All right, give me 1 second. Let me just get these cards situated. And everybody that's tuned in, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. And if this is the first time that you are watching, you know, please consider subscribing, being part of our celestial community here. And we're planning on doing more live streams, of course, in the future. My daughter and I were actually talking about doing live streams on Instagram. So we're still learning how all of that works. But once we're ready to go, I'll certainly announce that. And I feel it'll be a little bit more interactive compared to how things are here, you know, so that'll be fun. Hopefully you guys can catch us for a future live stream on IG, but I will definitely announce that way in advance, okay? All right, so Shay, let's see. Career, okay. You're currently unemployed and love reading. Okay, of course. So you are Capricorn. All right, let's tackle love first. Let's see. All right, let's grab some possibilities of who it is that you might be able to attract, okay? So like I do for my little mini readings, let's grab some letters that could represent people that are either surrounding you or people that are coming towards you. So let's see. All right, here we go. Letters. And I have a card flying towards me. We have a W. Okay. Focusing on Shay, Capricorn. Love connections, we have G. All right. We have a Z coming through. We have B also coming through. Some of these letters could be significant. Maybe you know who this might be. P. We have an A. Let's grab a few more. We have Y. I'm hearing Wayne. I don't know. Gary. I'm also hearing Peyton. We have an I. Let's grab two more. Potential connections. We have a C. Okay, one more letter. Okay, two. We have an M coming forward, and then we have K. So play around with these letters. Of course, if you don't have anyone in mind, you can always go back and rewatch this at any time, and maybe it might jump out more at that time. So let's grab some zodiac representation. It could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for the person that you end up connecting with. Okay. Could be dealing with a Taurus here. We have Virgo coming through as well. And some of these signs could be in your chart also. Okay. You could also connect with a Scorpio. Let's grab two more. Okay, well, the universe always has a different plan. I've got all these cards coming through. We'll grab them. We have Cancer, Aquarius, okay? Leo came forward, and then Aries. So again, any sort of representation in a person's chart, it doesn't necessarily have to be just sun sign. Okay, so now that we have an idea of who might be coming towards you or is surrounding you, and if it's somebody completely brand new, of course you can, as I mentioned, just watch this at a later date when it makes more sense for you. Okay, so let's see. What else do we need to know when it comes to your love life here? What do we need to know? Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, so you don't have anyone in mind. New energy. Okay, let's see. Right. What do we need to know here? All right, chemistry. Okay, that's a nice card. We have flirtatious. We have euphoric. So whoever this might represent, you'll definitely know that it's somebody that you're very compatible with. It does say undeniable attraction. This is somebody that you'll enjoy talking to. It does indicate mental stimulation. Okay, so it's not just how they look. This is somebody that you will really enjoy talking to. We have flirtatious, seductive. Okay, it does say promiscuous on the prowl, but that's something that you will have to decipher when you meet people. So not every single person that you connect with will be a good person to connect with, and you'll know that. Just follow your heart, as always. And then we have euphoric, ecstatic, jubilant, enraptured, and happy. So there will be somebody that stands out who will represent this type of vibe, somebody that you'll be excited to get to see, somebody that you're really getting, somebody that you will look forward to getting to know. So let's go ahead and see what we need to find out here. Focusing on your love life. So there's definitely somebody that you could connect with and meet. There's a new beginning coming in for you when it comes to your love life. This is a new chapter. Somebody that you won't have any issues manifesting in your life. You know, this is you just living your life and love comes in. Sometimes when we stop looking, that's when it comes in for us. Look at that. Ace of Cups. It does indicate 100% that this is a new romance coming in for you. So I like that. In the meantime, you know, maybe you've already worked on yourself and you're allowing the universe to really bring you this person. Fill that cup for yourself, and then you're not going to have any issues attracting this. Look at that. 9 of Cups. Manifestation of love coming in. I kind of feel that the universe has your back on this one. And 4 of Wands, you know, a very celebratory type mood with this card. I feel whoever comes into your life, you'll find them to be really very easy to get along with. Maybe they check all the boxes. Certainly the attraction and the chemistry will be there. This is somebody that you'll really enjoy being with, you know. Oops, sorry, I'm off camera here. And this can sometimes represent a twin flame connection. You know, I don't know if you've met somebody that you feel or was a twin flame, but it can represent that. Let's see what else here. You might connect with a masculine that really wants to take their time getting to know you. Knight of Pentacles represents that slow vibe, right? But that could be a good thing. This is somebody who's just not wanting to rush into your life and, you know, be in and out of your life. This is somebody who wants to invest and see where things go. So that's a good thing. I like these cards. Okay, Knight of Cups, true romance. Whoever comes in for you could be very romantic. I mean, very passionate. Okay, so the intensity of the physical connection could be pretty amazing as well. All right, let's see what else is coming in for you. What else? What else? You have 3 aces coming through here. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So I like this because, like I said, not every person you meet will be good for you. Let's just put it that way. And the Ace of Swords is giving you the necessary clarity to be able to decipher that for yourself, you know? So I feel that's really good because this is giving you a new opportunity in love. And as you mentioned, you know, you're not really thinking of anyone right now, right? Oh, I just saw this, your ex-husband's initials. Really? His name is Wayne? God. Oh my goodness. That's interesting. But as you mentioned, we're focusing on somebody new. That's really interesting. I just saw that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's a done deal, right? So we're focusing on somebody new here. Look at that. You've got the Magician. So I really feel here you have the opportunity to manifest new love for yourself. I kind of feel when it comes to your dating life, you can actually have a lot of fun here because it's putting you in the driver's seat, so to speak, to be able to decide for yourself who wins your heart, who is able to be a part of your life the way you want them to be. So you're calling the shots here. All right, so since you've been married before and that ultimately did not work out, I feel the Three of Wands makes a lot of sense. Being able to offer you something new, allowing you to really focus more so on a future that you can have with somebody else. Here's a Divine Masculine. That's the next card. All right, so this isn't somebody that's going to be afraid of expressing themselves to you. This could be somebody who takes charge and really wanting to let you know what they want in the partnership. So that's a good thing, but it's also coming through as somebody who wants to take their time to get to know you. Very romantic person. All right, so that's wonderful. And the Emperor can represent Aries in particular, so it could be that as well. I like that. All right, so as far as your love life is concerned, it looks good. It looks good as far as you being able to attract somebody new into your life. So that's fantastic. All right, let's look at career here. All right, so you're currently unemployed, as you mentioned. So like I did for Pamela, let's go ahead and see what your abundance energy looks like here. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Shay, Capricorn. What do we need to know, please? Okay. What do we need to know? Visualize abundance in all forms. I keep going off camera, sorry. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. So it's very much picking off of that law of attraction type energy. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. So that's really nice. You know, if you put that energy out there, that's what's going to help you attract that towards you. So that's nice. Let's see what else. What else, please, for Shay, Capricorn, when it comes to career, employment opportunities? Okay, what else? Have courage to ask for and accept help, okay? Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So I don't know if you have a friend or a family member or an associate perhaps that might be able to direct you onto, you know, some sort of employment opportunity, or maybe just keep your options open when it comes to that. But you certainly have a support system, it seems, that's coming through here. And we have employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. That's really nice. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new, especially if you're ready for just a brand new experience in your career or your work environment, work experience. You are being supported each step of the way. So there are some nice changes that are going to be coming in here for you. So I like that. Okay, so let's clarify with some tarot once again. Good energies, though, as far as what you're able to attract. I like that. All right. Ten of Pentacles. So whatever your next chapter represents when it comes to work, your career, that's amazing. You know, it can represent an unexpected financial windfall. You're focusing on a career change. I love that it picked that up. Ten of Pentacles can certainly represent the financial security that you're able to bring in. It represents long-term success. I like that. And it's also representing perhaps that the people that you work for or the people that you are surrounded by in a work environment, they are people that you will be able to work well with. So that's good. I like that. What else, please? Beautiful. The Magician. That is followed by the Nine of Cups, the card after that. The Six of Wands, the card after that. You've got the Sun. So, I mean, this looks pretty amazing the way it's coming through. You are able to manifest whatever it is that you are most focused on. The Nine of Cups can certainly represent satisfaction in your work environment. It can represent wish fulfillment, you know, a particular dream that you might want to manifest when it comes to work. That's great, you know, putting you in a place of contentment, fulfillment, and being rewarded for your efforts in a work environment and financially rewarded perhaps. Then you've got the Six of Wands telling you that whatever you choose, you will be very successful in doing that. That's so cool. So not only will you be able to attract a good opportunity, this is telling us that it could actually be where you end up staying lifelong, you know, maybe retire from this next chapter and being able to really be financially secure. And of course, you know, this is giving you the freedom to choose your next chapter, bringing you towards a very positive outcome when it comes to your work environment, your career choices. That's really cool. I like that too. My goodness. The Star. I really feel at this point in time, Shay, you are being directed onto some pretty amazing paths in your life. We already saw how great the love life reading turned out, and the career one looks just as good. You know, of course, the Star, the Nine of Cups, they can both represent wishes that can happen, you know, and you're being perhaps directed towards this path, something completely new. So maybe you're not quite sure where it is yet, but it'll be more apparent as more time unfolds. Something will feel right in your heart, you know, when it comes to a particular opportunity that might stand out amongst all the other ones that might come in. So I feel nothing but good energies from that. So maybe just get to a point where you can really concentrate on the type of job you're really wanting to manifest. Yes, I hope that for you too. Praying for your next job to be the last one. There's a potential, you know, it certainly is coming through in that way. All right. So just try to release some of your worries or anxieties. That could be where the Nine of Swords is picking that up. You know, I mean, you would not be unemployed if you were happy at your last job. So this can represent the fact that you were unhappy there, that you were not maybe being paid what you were worth. It can represent some of the anxieties that you might be feeling. Okay, transitioning from data analytics to project management. Nice. So try to just think more positively. And I feel it really started coming through from the very first card here to visualize that abundance and opportunity coming your way. You know, so if you enjoy meditation or just being still and really thinking of what you want and just put that energy out there on a daily basis, I feel you really have the capability to attract it. So that looks good to me. What else? And I've got cards flying. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay. These two cards literally flew out. What is it? Knight of Cups. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles. So this is all about making priorities in your life. You know, it could have certainly represented the financial stresses that you had, but I feel it's very important for you to dedicate yourself for this next chapter doing something that you really enjoy, something that you really love. So if you are able to attract a project management position, you know, you could be interviewing with several companies for a project management position, but not every single one will check all the boxes for you. So just like a romantic partner, you know, you want somebody to be very compatible in that area. So you're wanting a company and maybe an employer to be just as compatible with you as to your expectations, your skill level, you know, something that you really will enjoy getting up every morning and doing that particular job, you know, where it doesn't feel like a job. It feels more like something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy doing and being compensated for what you're worth. So I feel that's what that represents. Okay, let's grab. I like that as well. 3 of Wands. You know, it really is wanting you to focus more so on what the future has in store. The past is the past. Can't do anything about it at this point. Just learn the lesson behind what that last job might have represented. This right here can represent growth for you. You know, you're moving forward and you're going to get to a place in your life where you'll look back at some of those other jobs that you had and realize, okay, you know, I was meant to experience what I had experienced, and I'm at where I'm at now because of some of the choices that came my way and the opportunities that opened up for me. So as long as you just keep an open mind and just focus more so on the positive energy rather than some of the negative experiences that you might have had, I feel you might just be surprised with what you're able to attract when it comes to your career. Okay, so I'm putting out some good vibes your way. I really feel that when it comes to your love life, there's some pretty nice things coming in for you and some pretty amazing stuff coming in as well when it comes to your career. So good luck, Shay. I really like the messages that came through for you. That's awesome. All right, so Cameron Carr, anyone else? All right, guys, so we're getting ready to wrap it up if I don't have anybody else who's interested in a reading here today. But just a reminder, if you don't already follow us on Instagram, I'd love for you to be a part of that platform. We do a lot of announcements on there. And of course, I will try to do the same announcements on the community tab here on YouTube, but we always typically announce them there first. So if there's a new reading that's been posted, if there's a sale going on, whether that's new decks coming up or, you know, maybe discounted readings that I have, then that's where we will announce it first. So if you're not already there, please do so. We'd love to have you on there. And I think that's it. Any other announcements that we have? Nope. She's giving me the thumbs up. So I think we'll call it a day, guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. And Shay, oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to do that reading for you. So thank you guys so very much. I hope you enjoyed this, at least the general love forecast. And for those that did request a personal mini reading, thank you guys so much again for giving me the opportunity to do that reading for you. And feel free to go ahead and watch future live streams. I'd love to be able to do a reading for you at any given time that you need it for. All right, guys, thank you so very much once again. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.